Hey everybody, Horseman here. Today I'm bringing to you another Magic Legends beta video. And this is going to be a video about my final impressions. Why is it my final impressions when I'm only level 11? I'm about to tell you. I had some pretty high hopes for this game. I mean, at the same time, I kind of came at this title with a grain of salt, considering the fact that it's based off of a trading card game and they're jumping into the ARPG genre. And I wasn't really sure how this randomization card battle system was going to actually work. And honestly, that's probably the one thing that I actually do enjoy about this entire title. With that being said, there are a few things that I do want to go over here briefly to explain why I definitely feel that this is going to be one of those titles that would be better off if you just passed on. I don't typically like to do any type of videos like this for betas for the sole purpose that there's always room for improvement, especially as it approaches release. However, considering the fact that, let's go back to that main menu screen so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Welcome to open beta. No character wipes are planned from here on. Have fun. Okay, that is very important to note, meaning that any progress that you make in this open beta is going to carry over to the official release, to the point where they even allow you to purchase currency and to participate in the battle pass. With that being said, I have to talk about some of the things that I really did not enjoy. First of all, I do want to talk about the things that I do enjoy, because I feel that that is important. I don't like to get off too much on a heavy-handed bad note, so let's go ahead and show you guys exactly what it is that I'm talking about. And to do so, I need to go back to Zim here, if it'll let me, and I'm going to click on this surface tensions. It doesn't necessarily matter which one I do, but they're all pretty much the same in terms of what I can do in there and the things that I do enjoy. And it also helps you to understand how these events actually work. So once you actually complete this event, typically these events are part of the main story. You can repeat them and get the rewards. There are daily caps. And there's a few things that I don't necessarily enjoy even about these events. And this might... I'm going to just skip through this. This might... Yeah, this is actually one of the ones that I don't like. They're not too clear as to what it is that I need to do. This is defeat the lull mages at camp clearing. Okay, well, here's the lull mages. No problem. One thing I do like, I did say I want to talk about the things that I liked, is this battle system. I actually do like it. It's something different. It's not your typical ARPG battle system, and for that, I applaud them for trying something different. But because of that, it makes it, I don't want to say it makes it hard to make builds, because it really doesn't. If anything, it gives you a lot more freedom for what kind of build that you want to make. The thing that I don't necessarily like about it is the fact that you don't have the ability that you want on, at your disposal. I think I would much rather have 5 abilities at my disposal, 4 or 5 abilities at my disposal at any given time, as opposed to having 35 abilities at my disposal randomly. Okay? And it doesn't, I'm not going to say it puts me in a situation often where things don't work out very well, but it does add that layer of what the hell am I doing, or I have to burn an ability, therefore mana, in order to get the card that I actually do want. And I may not get it right away, even if I burn an ability. I might have to burn 3, 4, 5 of these cards until I get the card that I'm actually looking for. And it's not like these cards fit so well together, like in actual Magic the Gathering, that I'm gonna wait for this card to go with that card in order to get this type of effect. By the time that you do any of that, whatever it is you're fighting's dead. Okay, I mean, let's be real. Bosses up to this point aren't exactly so terribly difficult or so terribly, crazy that you can't just face tank it and get it over with. But again, It is a different kind of battle system. I do enjoy it, and I applaud the company for trying to make something different. So good job, folks. What do I not like about it, about this game? Well, it's very simple. And for that, I'm going to leave this event here shortly. I'm just going to go ahead and go back to the main menu, because most of what I want to talk about is outside of combat. So, oh, I don't even have to do that. I can just go straight to abandoned mission. So when I found out that this game was going to be free to play, I had some deep reservations. And the reason for that is because PoE does this well. It's free to play. You pay for those microtransactions, and they give you nothing but cosmetics and quality of life. This game, on the other hand, takes it a step further, and this is what I don't like. So I'm gonna pop over to the store, and what we see here are a series of microtransactions that may not seem like they're all that big of a deal, but let's face it, they kind of are. Okay, so we have spell effects. Spell effects enhance your character. This booster pack here, you have the ability to either get a whole new class, and by the way, it's random. I bought 3 of these packs, and I did not get that new class. But each one of these packs, they grant you cards, which could grant you spells or materials to enhance your spells, thereby enhancing your character. Before I get into the booster packs any further, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the battle pass. I did go ahead and purchase the battle pass because I did want to see how this worked. I wanted to see what this was about and how like these cosmetics are obtained. And there are 50 of these levels. And one thing that I have noticed is that a lot of these rewards offer spells. They offer these types of things here, these chests that give you things like spell enhancers, and like in this case, gives you 600 spell pages for the Benalish Archer spell. You must own this Archer spell to claim the item. But if you go here, that is exactly what you need. Can I upgrade anything? Yeah. That's exactly what you need in order to upgrade your spells. Rank 1, and then I get pages, and these pages, like right here, I have 736. I need 160 in order to upgrade this spell. This upgrading the spell, by the way, I can't use a spell, now deals more damage. Now deals more damage. So I am effectively able to pay to win. And I find this to be a major issue for any type of game, especially when it's online, such as this. Another thing that I noticed is that in this battle pass, I am playing a necromancer, and there is not a single necromancer specific skin. There's a marauder skin. Now, granted, one thing, and let me click on this, because Cabal Knight Marauder skin contains oh, okay. This pack contains the Marauder skin for the Cabal Knight spell. Okay, I take that back. All right. Okay, claiming this item will unlock this skin on your character. You must own the associated spell. Okay, so again, these are spell skins. So okay, that's not as bad. That's not as bad. I legit thought that these were costumes that you can get. So that's fair. Okay. But within the battle pass, you are getting a whole you're getting a whole bunch of items. Now this is a costume, and these go across all your characters, so that is cool. That is cool. All right, booster packs. Let's talk about these. So I bought 3 of these, and they have the chance, to give you this Demir Assassin class. You can get these, which again, they don't really go into a whole lot of detail about what this is. Whenever you summon a creature, you gain lesser might for 10 seconds. So these are kind of buffs that you get that essentially make you stronger. But more importantly, they also give you these boost rewards. Enemy rewards boost by 100%, and in this case, mission rewards are boosted by 100% for the next mission. And you can get a whole bunch of those. Classes and packs. Now, these are the types of microtransactions that I don't mind because these are solely costume packs and nothing more. They do absolutely nothing for your character other than to make your character look more spiffy. And this kind of stuff I am absolutely okay with. There's costume pieces, there's spell effects, there's all these types of things, but they do nothing to actually enhance your character. And I am really, really, really okay with that type of thing. Matter of fact, this costume set looks really cool. And, you know, I like the artwork. Boost and services. This is where it gets really even more iffy in my opinion, because I can directly purchase boosts. These, not so much of an issue, but this directly affects your character and the strength of your character. Because by getting extra rewards, I get more experience, I get more gold, I get more pages, and I get more of this ether. And in essence, I can purchase Zen with ether. This is the main thing that I really don't like. Another thing that I don't like about the Battle Pass is that even though it does tell you complete your daily and weekly missions to gain Battle Pass XP and level up your Battle Pass, it does not tell you exactly how this works. I have done a daily and it shows that it has applied here, but when does it apply? Because this has been at 750 since I bought it, since I bought this Battle Pass, and I have no idea how to level it up anymore. It does not tell you how to level it up anymore. You basically purchase it, and my items didn't even show up right away. I had to log out, log back in completely. I had to shut down the game, come back in order for even these two, the costume set and these pages to show up at all. And again, the fact that this game, this is just one example, but this game does absolutely nothing to really explain to you on what you need to do or how to do things. It barely tells you how to progress. And because of that, this game can feel very confusing. Like, I don't even know what the purpose is of this page, right? Other than it gives me a loadout of my character, but why do I have these other things? Some things do get explained as you go, but a vast majority of certain systems don't get explained really at all. And I'm not a big fan of that. There's other instances where you get kind of taken out of the moment. I'm not going to demonstrate it right now because I would have to complete an entire instance to do so. But when you get ready to go to a boss fight, it says at the top screen, entering arena 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, gives you a countdown. Even when you're queuing up solo. And you know, again, it just really takes you out of what playing an RPG actually, is supposed to do. These may not seem like necessarily big issues. I mean, after all, it is a free-to-play game, right? Just shut up, enjoy a free-to-play game. Horseman, you're being too critical. It's still beta. But these are the types of these things that I am really iffy about and concerned about. They will make it to the release. They're not going to fix these things. These are designs, intentional designs. If it were a balance issue, if it were simple gameplay issue, those things could get fixed out. If they were bugs, they can get fixed. Bugs such as the screen tearing that I see even when I'm walking. Stuff like that will get fixed. Optimization will get fixed. But things that I've explained so far, they will not get fixed. The monetization will not get fixed because that's what they intend to do. That's how they intend to make money off of this game. And I just don't feel that... I do not feel that such a thing is is very conducive of our money. I don't think that we're actually getting any value out of the money that we're putting into, you know. And of course, yes, that is a very subjective observation. There is nothing objective about it. If you don't mind some of the things that I've been talking about, then, you know, I'm not going to sit here and say that this is a very solid game, because even from a gameplay standpoint, you know, the game is fairly railroaded, with the exception of when you're in areas such as this where it's very open. But once you get into and there are open world events that you can participate with other players, and that's cool. You can see other players, they can help you fight things. That's cool. But when you start getting in instances, they are pretty. There's some weird things about those instances as well, such as your instances and the performance that you have in that instance, in that event, is graded, and you get points. But there's nothing that tells you how those keep pushing the wrong button. How those points are actually obtained. What do I mean by that? I mean, we're not sure what drives the score. Is it kills? Is it efficiency? Nothing actually tells you what drives those score, and so it's very hard to determine what it is that you need to do in order to perform better next time. Should I do those objectives faster? Should I stick around, kill more? What do I need to do? And that seems to be a thing with this game. So, and I keep just walking around in circles while I'm talking. I'm just gonna go ahead and go to the next event. Story-wise, I was willing to pass on the story because not a lot of folks play the ARPGs for the story. I am kind of sort of one of them. Really the only story that I follow in any ARPG, I would have to say, is Diablo, just because I've been following the lore for so long that I actually enjoy the story. I enjoy the lore that goes into it. Blizzard games in general make me feel happy, okay? And for their good, for their bad, I enjoy Diablo and all it has to offer. So, do I think it's perfect? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Especially Diablo 3. I was there during vanilla, during the launch, the Era 37, and I stuck with it all the way through present day. I still participate in all the seasons, and I have a good time doing it. But this story, it thrusts, if you've watched my original video, it thrusts you into some location. You have no idea where it is, and two planeswalkers are going at it, and you have no idea why. You have no idea who's the good guy, who's the bad guy. You just know that they're fighting, and the first person that's even somewhat nice to you, you side with, and you start taking kind of orders from. And, you know, I kind of pause at that a little bit, because how do we know that person's a good guy, bad guy, whatever? But they never really go into a whole lot of explanation as to what it is that you're even doing. It's like, okay, I'm chasing this woman through a portal, took me to some jungle area, and next thing I know, something completely unrelated is happening there, and they don't really go into. I mean, I sat down and I didn't skip the story. I sat there and tried to follow it, but it just didn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
Like
the writing is
the village.
Not very good.
Seven Sisters is truly lost.
If story is what you're trying to go for, then this is probably not it. If loot is what you're trying to go for, this is definitely not it. Is there loot? Yes, there is. It drops so infrequently, like any loot drops so incredibly infrequently, that it is not worth playing this game if you just like to see loot. If you want to see loot, play games like Torchlight, play games like Borderlands 3, play games that actually drop loot. This is not one of them, okay?
A priestess named Whisper is leading this attack.
What do I mean by loot? I mean, if I go to my loadout, which currently it is locked, and I go to my equipment, I have received some loot in the form of these items, and I can change out these items. And these items do not change the appearance of my character at all. Not to mention, but they do not, the game itself does not really speak to what it is that I'm even looking at. Secondary potency. What does that mean? What is my primary potency? I don't really understand what that means. I mean, I understand what potency means, but then it gives me the ability to swap. It's like, so what? I can't really swap anything. Okay. I can't swap anything. And it doesn't even tell me how to unlock it. Okay, great. These things are there. I can upgrade. Or not. Because my loadout is locked. I have figured out a way, like for instance, this arrow +1 means that I do have the ability to upgrade these things because I have a certain item that allows me to do so. But it doesn't tell you how to get these items or what these items are. And that makes no sense to me. So, I haven't been able to really get deep into any of this in terms of what do I do with items? Can I sell them? I haven't found a shop yet where I can sell items. Or do they just keep building up in my inventory? I can't right click or left click anything, and in order to equip it, I would have to drag it over when my loadout isn't locked, which, by the way, loadouts are locked more often than they're unlocked. So once you're in an event such as this, you will not be able to unlock your loadout. I'm not a huge fan
artifact near the well up ahead.
About
we have to stop them.
Not being able to change my gear in the middle of or in between battles or in between fights. I can understand why you wouldn't be allowed to do it during a fight. There's been plenty of exploits in the past in other ARPGs where, you know, folks are swapping out stats for the sake of certain abilities.
Stop him.
I can understand the benefit in that, but not being able to do it just when I'm out of combat in one of these instances doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. And again, it doesn't really offer up some of the freedom that I would like to have in my character progression. But again, loot doesn't drop at a frequency to make it really matter anyway. So there's a lot of things about ARPGs that aren't in this game.
They turn our friends and family into mindless
loot is one of those things that drives me. Graphics is another thing that drives me. And most importantly, the gameplay itself. How does the gameplay and the combat feel? Does it feel fluid? Despite the fact that I do like how this combat system is, it doesn't feel all that fluid. It does feel a bit clunky. It's fun, it's intuitive, it's different, but it is kind of clunky. There's no dodge mechanics. It might be that there might be for other characters, but for the Necromancer, it does not exist. Okay. So what is my actual verdict? I probably should have did a TLDR version of this. So what is my overall verdict of this game? I would definitely say if you are an ARPG fan for all the same reasons that I am a fan of, then I would probably stay away from this as much as you can. I would say that there are definitely better games that you could play. What are some alternatives? Of course, we have games like Path of Exile. I would even suggest Torchlight 3 over this. And I would absolutely suggest Wolcen over this. Grim Dawn, an absolute choice. Grim Dawn is a very, 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 very good choice to play other than this. And it's got a lot of good things. It's not overly complex. It's definitely well worth playing. So, all right, folks. Well, that's really about it. I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please post it in the comment section below. I will absolutely answer them. If there's something additional that you would like me to try, depending on what it is, I'll go for it. I'm actually making this video now because I feel like I am forcing myself to play this game, and I don't like doing that because my spare time is very precious to me, and it's not like I'm making money off of these videos. So, but I definitely wanted to put this out there as kind of like a PSA. It's very rare that I put out a follow-up video detailing my actual final impressions, but I likely will not be playing this game anymore because of how I feel about it. All right. So with that being said, this is there's going to be an uninstall coming in the very short future. So if you like this video, please throw it a thumbs up. If you're grateful that I was able to kind of steer you away from this, that's great. However, this entire video is my opinion. This is Horseman's opinion, and it is a very subjective opinion. Therefore, if you feel that that I might be wrong and you're just like, you know what, it can't be that bad, by all means, it's free. Give it a go, give it a shot, give it a try. There's nothing better than formulating your own impressions and your own opinions about something. Okay, so with that being said, I will see y'all later. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, Horseman out.